Simple. Is it not done? Are we not done?
Yeah,
Can't you see? Who cannot see here? If you can't see, tell me. This is just the basis. Because those who have joined the prophetic mentorship school, you see, this is prophetic course. I wanted to teach them the code of Gazin. How to use the code of Gazin. I wanted to teach them how to use the code of Gazin. But I think we'll do that next time. Using the code of Gazin to see. Because it was one of the prophetic codes of Elisha. Elisha normally used the code of Gazin all the time. Gazin. Gazin. So that is why a prophet will look at a congregation, 1,000, and said, there is a lady here who is wearing red. That is Gazin. It's Gazin. In the realms of the spirit, we call it Gazin. Gazin. Gazin, where you look at something for a long period of time. Gazin. And people, if it is a lady, some will think you are admiring the lady. You get it? So, if you can't see, let me know. Because can't everybody see now? Can't you see, Dave? James? Dickon, can't you see? The way Dickon is laughing is a suspect.
Eyes are open. Knowledge.
Your eyes are open. Yes. So, that's it. That's it. So, today I'm not going to waste much time. I'm going to stop here and we're going to continue. Prophesying in 5 minutes is simple. If you want to prophesy in 5 minutes, let me summarize it. Stand at a place. After you finish praying and you want to prophesy in 5 minutes or see in 5 minutes, first of all, be in the realms of God. Forgive whoever that hurts you. After that, control your environment. And how do we control our environment? By making sure that things are in order. Do not be around people who can kind of like have issues. Do not be around people who are bitter, who don't want to forgive and all that. If there is an amount of sin or somebody have kind of like wronged you and you can't forgive that person, it is too much. You get it? It's too much. The next one is what? Calm your spirit. Calm your spirit. How do we calm our spirit? Which means we have to do away with different kind of thoughts. Worry, anxiety, issues, and all that. And make sure that our mind is at a default mood. Our mind is at a default mood. Don't let anything to weigh you down. That's step number 3. And then the other step is what? Be kind of like positioning is very important. Like Habakkuk have said. If you are learning how to see, you must normally, when you want to see kind of like, most of the time it's not a tradition. This is what I do. When I'm praying, I face the east. Not because it's something, it's not a doctrine, it's not a tradition, but it's just something. Because most of the times, I hear God accurately and very fast when I'm facing the east. So, and when you do that, stand, get your position right, and expect a spontaneous picture or a spontaneous thought. Remember, the thought of a righteous man is the voice of what? God. The thought of a righteous man is the voice of what? God. So at that point, anything you think of, that's it. Anything you think, that's it. Anything. But be careful. If it is bubbling up, it's from God. If it is boiling up, it's not from God. Boiling up is landing in false prophecy. Bubbling up is a true prophecy. So, if the thought you are thinking, you are taking time to cook that thought. You are cooking it and all that. It's not from God. Expect a spontaneous thought or a spontaneous picture. Like the example I said. Either a filling station or yellow or a gas or a fan. Whatever you see, every spontaneous thing you see has a meaning. So after you see it, be confident enough to go ahead and learn. Tell them what you have seen. Even if you see Gary, tell them you see Gary. I remember I went to one big man office with Reverend Van Daddy, and then Daddy said he was seeing Gary. And the man said, yes, I love Gary. You see, it doesn't make sense. He said, I'm seeing Gary. The man said, yes, I eat Gary a lot. So, I will not tell you the rest of the stories. But even if you see cockroach, tell them I'm seeing a cockroach. The person is likely to say something about a cockroach. Whatever a spontaneous thought or image you see, take note of it. Register it in your mind. And ask the person. If the person said, I don't know about this, go ahead and then look for the meaning. Descend and ask God for further meaning of that spontaneous thought or that spontaneous kind of like picture. After you ask, you will get the meaning, and then that is how you are going to broadcast the information. And if it is about your own self, do follow the same procedure and you will help yourself. So today, this is the exercise I want to give you. Pick somebody you don't know from Adam and Eve. Pick somebody you don't know from Adam. And just, it can be now. Wait, stop, don't be interested in data. Be interested in things of the heart. When you go to God, ask God for things of the heart. I gave those who are in the prophetic mentorship school, I gave them exercise, and I said, you pick this one, you pick this one. And come back to me with what you have seen. Some people came and said, and I saw date of birth, and you are born in September. I said, that's nonsense. What has September? Yeah, I'm born in July, 27 July. What has it got to do with me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Tell me there is something. Jesus said, God said in the book of Chronicles, he said, tell the people that anytime they come to me, I will speak to them according to what is in their heart. You've never seen someone going to David and say, you were born in 1907 and all that. David will slap him. You get it? Yeah, there are some people you can, there are some people when you're going to prophesy to them, you can't even mention your, if you go to Nana and say your wife's name is Rebecca, is it a prophecy? Who don't know Nana's wife's name to be Rebecca? Things of the heart. You get it? Things of the heart. So pick somebody. So when they were picking people, kind of like date of birth, where they are coming from and all that, I say, I understand, it's important. But just pick one thing that will make the person wee. I'm not a man. Where was that? Yeah, we're watching the prophecy here, right?
Yeah.
I